Good evening everyone, welcome back to Miles Garden UK. I just wanted to give you a tour of the fernery in the evening, and this is something I've promised and threatened in a couple of my videos now, but I never actually got round to doing it. Anyway, it's late evening, it's not quite dark yet. I want to show you the effect that these uplighters have underneath the undergrowth. And we're not quite fully grown yet, so that it's actually not quite the full effect yet. But anyway, just look at this sky for a start. Look at that beautiful blue sky, a deep blue. It's at that stage when the last remnants of the day are about to disappear. And over there we have a crescent moon above the thatched cottage. You can possibly see the moss on the thatch there. It's quite damp in this area, which is why we've designated it for kind of a fern garden. Just have a look at the top of this tree fern. As the light shines up through it, it gives a wonderful effect. Beautiful. And then down there we have the hostas, Empress and Jurassic Park. And then on the table here, there's actually a new plant which we bought today. It's a hartstongue fern. Now this, the reason we bought this was because it was half price. I love getting bargains at garden centres. Very often the reason they sell off plants half price or reduced is because they're not very aesthetic, and that's the only reason. Something's happened on this occasion. A couple of the leaves have got this brown burn mark on them, but in actual fact there's nothing wrong with that plant and it will come back to life. I'll just repot it and we'll have a very good value plant there. I have another hartstongue fern just down here. Let's go and visit that. Down here in this corner, by this Buddha's face, that there is another hartstongue fern. Let me pull this back. And that's poking up. It's just come back to life and it's poking up through the mind your own business plant. And here is an arum lily. That's going to give us lovely white flowers. That's been in since last year, and again that's a winter survivor. And we'll have a lovely white bloom off that soon. Another little tree fern. And then down there at the back, behind this lovely curved tree fern which leans into the space, this gives us a lovely canopy of shade in the summertime when it's hot and the sun's high above us. Down there we have hostas and ferns, and sometimes in the evening when we're sat here in the quiet, you hear a rustling down there and you wonder what it is. Is it a frog or a toad or a newt or a mouse even? And you sit here and you think, what's going on down there in that secret little world? Again, the uplighter effect there of that light up the trunk of that huge tree fern all the way up there to the blue sky above it. And then the fresh fronds of the tree fern. It looks like a shuttlecock. And then in the distance there, beyond the tree ferns, we go out into the exotic tropical garden, or the exotic tropical border as I call it. And I have another set of these uplighters along the wall there. I'm going to go out there in a moment. It's got something exciting to show you. But just look down here, look. Look at the leaves of this hosta. Aren't they beautiful? I hope you're getting the effect. I hope the light isn't too bright. But let's just go in on those leaves. Beautiful green, deeply ribbed leaves of these wonderful hostas. And then down there, that is a shuttlecock fern down there. And then we have some other ferns. There's my little windy path that I put in. More hostas. Anyway, I promised you something exciting, so let's go outside. Let's go out to this exotic tropical border and look back. And then after we've looked back, I'm going to show you what I'm rambling on about. There it is. The tree fern garden, the fernery, the shady area at the back of the cottage. And then again, up there in the sky, which is going darker by the minute, the crescent moon. Now, this wall here is quite blank, but soon all the plants that are planted down here in the exotic tropical border will be growing up, and they'll cover at least 2/3 of this wall. Over there, there's canna musifolia, which goes all the way up here. There's a tree fern, and we've got Musa Bajdu bananas all uplit and underlit. And down there's a Fatsia japonica, and we've got a tetrapanax and lots of other plants that will grow up. But this is the exciting thing. We've just bought these. We found them on Etsy. Some faces. This is a green man face here, can you see? And there he is sat on the table. And then, let me bring him up a bit so we can see him in the light. Quite a spooky face, look at that. And that is going to be hung on that wall tomorrow. And that, I hope, eventually, as the greenery grows up around him, will give us the effect of a face peeping out from behind the undergrowth. And we bought 3 of them. They're made out of stone. This one here is pan. Can you see that in the dark? A pan face plaque. And then another green man face here. Look at this. Quite defined and intricate, look at that. Quite spooky. That one there is going on the wall over there in that corner. Wonderful. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. It's one of the jobs I've got tomorrow. I don't know whether it merits a full video, putting 3 faces on the wall, but that's one of the jobs I've been given. So there we are. Let's just wander back in to the fernery, the tree fern garden, in the evening time and have another look at these uplighters. Oh, let's not forget to have a look at this. Look, a couple of trachycarpus here, Chinese windmill palms, with some beautiful flowers on them. But look down there in the darkness, some arum lilies. Now obviously they've been bought, they've been in a greenhouse for the winter. They've not grown in this garden like that. Let me see if I can change the exposure to give you a better view of those. It doesn't seem to be working. But anyway, there we are, look. Some arum lilies. These are white coloured because they're pollinated by moths. So I believe they're white to attract nighttime insects. Anyway, I think that's enough for me for this evening. I hope you've enjoyed that little nighttime spooky guided tour of our uplit fernery in the evening. I will put the link to these lights in the description box below this video, the Amazon link, just in case you're interested in having a look at them. Of course, if you buy them, I do earn a commission, and I thank you for your support. It's time for me to go in now and have a cup of tea after a long day in the garden. So, good night everyone, have a good evening, and I'll see you soon for some more nighttime uplit adventures. Bye for now.